Hey there, gamers. Mark the Lone Gamer here, back in Dragon Age Inquisition. We are here in Redcliffe Village with our comrades. And we're going to meet up with the representative of the Mage Rebellion. As per the poll I posted on the community tab of our YouTube channel, it has been decided by you, the viewers, that we would go with the mages, the rebel mages, instead of the Templars. That's why we're here in Redcliffe. Last episode we also found the Grey Warden Blackwall and persuaded him to join the Inquisition. And later on we'll try to go and find one more member, one more fighter to join the roster of companions. But for now though, let's move things along.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. What has brought you to Redcliffe?
We're here because of your invitation back in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
If it wasn't you who invited me here, who was it?
I don't know. Now that you say it, I feel strange. Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
An alliance with Tevinter? Do you not fear all of Thedas turning against you?
Andraste's ass. I'm trying to think of a single worse thing you could have done, and I've got nothing.
I understand that you are afraid, but you deserve better than slavery to Tevinter.
As one indentured to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
Very well. Who is in charge now?
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Girion Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
It's never a good sign when someone says interesting in that tone.
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Al Tegan did not abandon his lands during the Blight, even when they were under siege.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our Southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern Mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our Legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
I'm here to get mages to close the breach.
Right, to business. I understand, of course. Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I'm not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
Well, when you're fighting a massive tear in the sky, you can hardly afford to think small.
There will have to be. Felix.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive my clumsiness, my lady.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
Ooh, very mysterious.
We'll be careful, but we need to figure out what's going on here.
So, in case it wasn't clear, I know a lot of people seem to get confused at what happens there in that cutscene. Basically, Alexius' son, Felix, seemed to
What did I tell you?
get dizzy and almost fainted. So he pretty much fell into Marion's arms. Of course, he was apparently pretending. All he did was pass a message of warning to us. Why? We're going to find out. Let's talk to the people here first.
I remember you. You were a few years ahead of me in the Ostwick Circle. Really come up in the world, right? Marked by Andraste, ordering Templars about. Must be nice.
You'd rather bow to Tevinter than join the Inquisition.
Don't tell me you bought the Chantry's lies about how evil Tevinter is. It's just because they're ruled by mages. No one wants us to look at them and say their mages are free and the world hasn't ended.
Why does everyone think we're part of the Chantry? We left the Chantry. They hate us.
Right. And I'm the Empress of Orlais.
Right. Also, in case it wasn't entirely clear by the look of the Tevinter characters, they're considered bad guys. And Tevinter Imperium is probably, it's very close to like the Dominion, except that they're human. And they're basically mostly governed by mages. But they seem to be the major force or antagonistic force here in the Dragon Age world. Let's talk to this person.
Magister Alexius wishes only mages to remain in Redcliffe. He will approve of you. He does not approve of me. Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
How long have the Tevinters been here?
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes. He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him. Even the Arl was sent away.
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what mages can become. He says all tranquil must leave Redcliffe, but who would take us in?
I didn't realize. From your speech, I should have recognized you as Tranquil.
Yes, my talent for magic was insufficient to protect me from demons. Rather than risk me becoming possessed, the Circle removed my connection to the Fade. My magic is gone, along with my dreams and desires. Those now in Redcliffe prefer not to see us.
Farewell, then.
One moment. You are a member of the Inquisition, are you not? I am an alchemist. You must require potions. If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
We would be delighted to have you working for the Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
Alright, that's another agent. And we get to shelter one of the Tranquil. This person, Clemens, is often missed here because people just gloss over the inn. It's a very easy agent to get. I mean, he basically volunteers. So don't miss him if you're going to play the game as well. Here's one more person.
Inquisition, huh? I wish to Holy Andraste you'd gotten here sooner. These Tevinters make my shoulder blades itch.
How did the Grand Enchanter end up working with Tevinter?
1 minute, we were bracing for the Templars to attack. The next, we had a Magister ally. It was a stroke of luck that's given us an edge. In a way. Out of the frying pan.
Goodbye.
Be careful. The Tevinters likely aren't happy you're asking questions.
Alright, while we're here already, let's search if there's anything here. I don't remember if there's anything particularly good. No, there's at least a bit of lore and experience. So yeah, it's a bit of complication. Though it was Fiona, Grandmaster or Grand Enchanter Fiona, who talked to us in Val Royeaux. Apparently that never happened. As if time was changed. Time?
Is anything we can do? Just ask.
So we are supposed to assume that the time-distorting rift that we encountered outside Redcliffe is kind of connected to this matter. Was Alexius behind the demons? We really don't know.
You're from the Inquisition. I didn't think you'd still be here. Were you really looking to ally with us?
Is that so hard to believe?
Everyone blames us. The Templars left the Chantry too. That's worse, isn't it? They took an oath. Yet everyone calls it the Mage Rebellion. We're the ones they hate. What choice did we have? Stay and be slaves? Sometimes to achieve the world one desires, one must take regrettable measures. I hope you can do something. Tying ourselves to Tevinter. That can't be the right way to end this.
Take care of yourself. There's something strange going on.
I never thought the Grand Enchanter would swear to a Magister.
Right. So, let's meet up with Felix here in the Chantry. Apparently, abandoned Chantry. Alright.
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
Uh-oh. What's going on? still. Uh-oh. Alright, second wave. Let's go for the rift. Yes.
Fascinating. How does that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Another Tevinter. Be cautious with this one.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Are you the one who sent that note, then?
I am. Someone had to warn you after all. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
He arranged it so he could arrive here just after the Divine died.
You catch on quick.
That is fascinating if true, and almost certainly dangerous.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
I'd like more proof than magical time control go with it.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
Do you have any suggestions?
You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
All right. So, the first time we've heard a name that will be very important from here on, the Venatori. So it's a cult from Tevinter. So they're bad guys from the bad guys. Bad guys from the evil empire. Well, I think this is part of the reason why I like the mage, the rebel mage route, because of Felix and Alexius, and of course Dorian. Alexius is actually a bit of a sympathetic villain, because he's basically, as Felix did say, he's not doing it for the mage rebellion to get their service. He's basically doing it to try and save his son, and that makes it a bit of a tragic circumstance, because Felix is dying himself, but he's a good person enough to try and stop whatever his father is doing, even if he knows that he's going to die eventually because of his illness. Maybe that's a bit of a spoiler, but, well, I think it's kind of obvious. Anyway, we are not going to continue this right away. We might have to level up a bit, do other stuff. But we'll be back here in Redcliffe to take on Alexius and his time magic eventually. Alright, before we leave,
I suppose you're right.
let's check out the other merchant. We bought some stuff from the schematics dealer. There's another merchant here. I think he sells armor and weapons, and there's... oh, there are two, actually. Let's check them out.
Is there something you need?
Yep, let's see. Raider longbow. They're actually higher level than we can use right now. Oh, we can use this. But these are actual weapons, not schematics. This it's actually pretty good. It's just 103. Why not? Get that for Sarah. Sell something. What do you want? What can we sell? Let's not sell anything. We might regret it for now. We still have lots of inventory space. And here I think this guy sells armor? Yeah. Look, Masterwork Scout Armor. That's expensive. But he has some other stuff. Level 7. I guess we can afford to get this for our alright, that's it for now. Damn. Alright. So, let's go back to Haven, do some crafting, and then we'll be back. Well, not here. We'll go somewhere else. Somewhere different. Alright, we're back here in Haven. Let's do a bit of crafting. So, sturdy apprentice armor. Lamb, wool, magic defense. So this is the best so far I think we have. So we'll just do the same for all our mages. Arms and legs. So that's for Marion. For Vivienne. Yeah, let's do everyone. Our mages really need protection. Varric. Let's give him some. Basically what we're doing is we're giving everyone augments for their arms and legs. I don't think we can do everyone. So just do for now for the ones that will be active. So armor, that's 102. Alright. So, let's give everyone their armor. Black wall. Source.
That'll do.
All right. one. I mean, they're all the same, or more or less the same. Alright. So we are looking a bit more sharp. So what do we do now? Let's just sell off some of our unused gear here. So Vanguard mail, we'll use that later. I think we can sell this. So that's not gonna use those. Might as well sell these. We won't have them for a while, but the ones that are not too useful. Okay.
So we have Tevinter activity in the hinterland.
So now let's go to the war table so we can go and meet Mr. Iron Bull. Is there something that we can do here first? Nope. Hello, Liliana.
Reports of fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition. Anything I should know? I've nothing to report at the moment. I'll leave you to your work.
We'll save asking more about Liliana's past for another time. For now, though.
Is willing to pay.
I don't feel comfortable letting parts from demons be available for sale.
To be honest, I'm not sure who would buy them.
Alright, anything, Josephine?
Greetings.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
What do you think of Sir Blackwall?
Sir Blackwall seems as loyal to the purpose of the Inquisition as he is to the Wardens. His travels must have taken him strange places. I wish he'd speak more about them.
I was thinking of Cassandra.
Seeker Pentagast is a princess of the Kingdom of Nevarra, although that barely seems important to her. She was not interested when I asked if we might make use of her royal relations. Still, the Inquisition would not have formed without Cassandra. She's an extraordinarily driven woman.
What do you think of Vivienne?
We've met a few times before at court. She remains a truly accomplished player of the game. So long as her interests align with yours, Madame Vivienne will be a most valuable ally.
What's your impression of Solus?
I suppose I should be wary of an apostate, but our elven mage has conducted himself with the utmost propriety. And he has the most fascinating stories.
I was thinking of Varric.
Oh, I could listen to his tales for hours. He actually let me read a chapter of his next book he's writing. My friends would be sick with envy if they knew. It's excellent, but a bit different from his past works. Only 3 beheadings so far.
I'd love to know how you and Sarah get along.
I know she extracts gossip from the servants, and she keeps prying into things. Sarah's ability to vanish whenever her mischief's discovered must come in handy, however.
I'm sure. Let's speak later. Farewell.
Alright. It's one of the better things to do. Ask other people what they think of other people. Alright, to work. Alright, so we have a new perk. Let's get arcane knowledge. It's actually going to be important now, or at least it'll open up doors, particularly now since we are going the mage route. So, in Hushed Whispers and Champions of the Just, we actually can still go the other route, the Templar route, but we have decided we are going the mage route. We'll do that later. For now, though, let's scout the Storm Coast. Ferelden has not seen significant Grey Warden activity since Darkspawn attacked the city of Amaranthine 10 years ago. It's not unusual for their order to fade from public notice when there's no blight. However, recent reports claim that a group was traveling along the northern coastline. Wardens tend to follow their own agenda, but the breach has no doubt caught their attention. If they know something, then the Inquisition should find out. So, connections. So, it's only Liliana who can work on this. The Wardens are reclusive but not untraceable. If there are signs of their passage on the Storm Coast, my agents will find them. Sister Liliana. Lieutenant Harding led a small complement of soldiers to the Storm Coast region to investigate reports of Grey Warden activity. She sent word that her party had established a camp near the shore, but we have received nothing further. At this time, the status of Harding and her mission remains unknown. Rector. Alright. So, we'll take Cassandra. Let's take Sarah and Blackwall because he's a warden.
Your worship, for what it's worth, welcome to the Storm Coast. I would have sent word sooner, but our efforts have been delayed.
How so?
There's a group of bandits operating in the area. They know the terrain, and our small party has had trouble going up against them. Some of our soldiers went to speak with their leader. Haven't heard back, though.
I'll do what I can to find our people.
Thank you, your worship. That's a relief. The soldiers didn't have an exact location for the bandits, but they were starting their search farther down the beach. With all this fuss, we haven't been able to conduct a proper search for the wardens either. Well, good luck, and enjoy the sea air. I hear it's good for the soul.
Alright, Scout Harding is one of the cooler NPCs in this game. Alright. That sounded interesting. So let's equip some potions first. Let's give Blackwall some potions. And Sarah, Cassandra, alright, we're fine. Alright. What's that? Who are you? Requisition officer?
Dispatch for you.
What is it?
You may want to look into this.
Ah. I always keep thinking that there's something actually important being given by the requisition officers, but it's just basically just gathering materials. Now, we're not going to spend too much time. We're almost an hour, or at least almost an hour done. But this is one thing that we'll do before we finish up this episode. We'll meet up with the bull and his chargers. Alright, look at that guy. I'm pretty sure that it's impossible to lose this fight. What the hell? Black wall. Not the best first impression.
Chargers! Stand down! Krim! How'd we do?
5 or 6 wounded, Chief. No dead.
That's what I like to hear. Let the throat cutters finish up, then break out the casks. So, you're with the Inquisition, huh? Glad you can make it. Come on, have a seat. Drinks are coming.
Iron Bull, I presume.
Yeah, the horns usually give it away. I assume you remember Cremisius Aclassi, my lieutenant.
Good to see you again. Throat cutters are done, Chief.
Already? Have them check again. I don't want any of those Tevinter bastards getting away. No offense, Krem.
None taken. At least a bastard knows who his mother was. Puts him one up on you Canary, right?
So, you've seen us fight. We're expensive, but we're worth it. And I'm sure the Inquisition can afford us.
How much is this going to cost me exactly?
Wouldn't cost you anything personally. Unless you want to buy drinks later. Your ambassador, what's her name? Josephine. We'd go through her and get the payments set up. Gold will take care of itself. Don't worry about that. All that matters is we're worth it.
The Chargers seem like an excellent company.
They are, but you're not just getting the boys. You're getting me. You need a frontline bodyguard. I'm your man. Whatever it is. Demons, dragons, the bigger the better. And there's one other thing. Might be useful. Might piss you off. Ever hear of the Ben Hasra?
They're a Kunari organization, right? The equivalent of their guards in City Watch.
I'd go closer to spies. But yeah, that's them. Or, well, us. The Ben Hasrath are concerned about the breach. Magic out of control like that could cause trouble everywhere. I've been ordered to join the Inquisition, get close to the people in charge, and send reports on what's happening. But I also get reports from Ben Hasrath agents all over Orlais. You sign me on, I'll share them with your people.
You're a Kunari spy and you just told me.
Whatever happened at that conclave thing, it's bad. Someone needs to get that breach closed. So whatever I am, I'm on your side.
You still could have hidden what you are.
From something called the Inquisition. I'd have been tipped sooner or later. Better you hear it right up front from me.
What would you send home in these reports of yours?
Enough to keep my superiors happy. Nothing that'll compromise your operations. The Canari want to know if they need to launch an invasion to stop the whole damn world from falling apart. You let me send word of what you're doing, it'll put some minds at ease. That's good for everyone.
What's in these Ben Hasrath reports you're offering to share?
Enemy movements, suspicious activity, intriguing gossip. It's a bit of everything. Alone they're not much, but if your spy master is worth it, damn, she'll put him to good use.
She?
I did a little research. Plus, I've always had a weakness for redheads.
All right, you're in.
Excellent. Krem, tell the men to finish drinking on the road. The Chargers just got hired.
What about the casks, Chief? We just opened them up with axes.
Find some way to seal them. You're Tevinter, right? Try blood magic. We'll meet you back at Haven.
So Iron Bull is certainly one of the more interesting characters here. He's a spy, but he's pretty much straightforward. Look at that. And this place is also one of the more interesting regions that we can explore in this game. But, however, I think this episode has gone on a bit too long. I think we'll go back to Haven first, outfit Bull, and then come back here. And then we'll see what we'll find. I'm sure it'll be very interesting. In any case, this has been Mark the Lone Gamer here in Dragon Age Inquisition. And we'll continue our adventures with Marion, Trevelyan, and her comrades in the next video.